Ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, I'm Joe Tyson. Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Muhammad Ali.
You got this one all day, all day.
Nice work, the left hand to the head. Piercing jab. Mike Tyson's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Now, in a matchup of a power puncher versus a speedy fighter, if you're the power puncher, what do you try to accomplish early on?
Well, you better not just be walking in, because you'll be walking into a speed tunnel and you'll be getting caught on the way in. You have to control that range a little bit and look to time the speed. That can take speed away.
Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs.
That's it.
Oh, he gets hit by a left hand that he had no clue on. Mike Tyson's rocked, and his defense is porous right now. He could go down at any moment.
Well, the problem is he's got the habit of blocking punches, and when a guy's putting them together, you can't block them all. Some are getting through.
The old 1-2 scores for him. A target on his head, and he places the hook right on it. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. The way these two are going at it early on, they're going to break the punch stat computer.
Well, they're trying to break more than that. They're trying to break each other's will.
Trying to erode away that body with the combination punching. To the belt line he goes with a left hand. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counterpunch.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
Ali's inability to really step on that gas pedal a bit, just be a little more offensive-minded, is really catching up with him. That last round was unimpressive.
It's just not his temperament, and you know what? I'm afraid it's not going to change right now. It's kind of like being in a room, being in a party with somebody, and you say, hey, come on, talk a little bit more. You know, everybody else is talking. It's just not his way. He's not a talker. This guy is not a busy fighter.
Good double jab by Muhammad Ali. A well-placed left hand up top. Ali's on the wrong end of a destructive uppercut. Tyson's combination punching is working well here. He comes with the straight right hand. Good looking jab there. He brings an uppercut that really does damage there. Wow, is he defensively sound. He got all into that one. That was a solid uppercut.
Keep working that jab, baby.
That worked out really well. Throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. And he stays downstairs. And he engages in the clinch.
Finish with the hook. Finish with the hook.
Ali's right hand scores well. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Mike Tyson. Ali's hurt by a superb hook to the head. Very well done by both men to fire off those right hands. A piercing. Tyson's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. And that's the end of round two. Well, we've seen this before, a fighter with a bad cut, and sometimes a fighter that now has a much greater sense of urgency.
Yeah, right now, if he was gambling, if he was in a casino, he's rolling the dice. He's hoping to come up with 7.
Oh, what an uppercut. Tyson's picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands, that his opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
Come on, now, keep your distance, keep your distance.
Oh, good defense there. That was a fine block by Mike Tyson. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Mike Tyson's had success so far, just based on his pure hand and foot speed. But there is some concern.
Yeah, you know, you got a guy with a real fast car. He needs a racetrack. He needs the right place to use that speed to kind of run with it a little bit. Right now, his opponent needs to change that landscape. Don't give him that racetrack. Step out of range a little bit and leave him there. Let him shadow box, but don't stay in a position where he can be effective.
Well-targeted two-punch combo by Mike Tyson. He snaps a jab. And he comes right back with a headshot. Well landed that hook by Mike Tyson. Blood now from the nose of Mike Tyson.
Range.
If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Mike Tyson. Well played, straight right hand.
Stay tight.
So as we start round 4, we reflect on the first 3, looking at Teddy's scorecard. Tyson's earned good marks, taking all 3 rounds.
Yeah, non-eventful some of the rounds. Not a lot to separate the two guys, but I think that his jab has carried the day.
And now you see him realizing why he's had success. He was aggressive at the end of the last round. He's coming out aggressive here in this round.
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. He's staying with it.
Tyson's got to be really careful here. That eye is an absolute mess. The cut is really bad. In fact, it could call for an end to this fight at any point.
Well, Joe, the key is where the cut is. It's above the eye, and that means that the flow will go into the eye and, of course, impair the vision. That is what the referee's going to be looking at.
Ali's inability to get away from his opponent's left hand is so evident.
And it's going to stay that way if he doesn't change something. He needs to move the other direction, away from that punch.
Really good work right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by Mike Tyson. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Muhammad Ali. Not able to land the headshot. Both guys have a lot to be proud of with their performances in this round so far, and they still want to give more. What an encore in this final minute.
If you were a kid, you would feel that you're on one of those rides at Space Mountain. I mean, it's just extraordinary.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. There's the old 1-2 coming after him. Comes across with a hook up top. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Nice, crisp 1-2 combination by Muhammad Ali. End of the round here as we're ringside at our fight night venue. Of course, we're on the road with you every step of the way with a fine crew. We got to give credit to the crew there. Robbie and Rick back in the production truck doing a nice job, all cramped up in a tractor trailer.
Yeah, they do a great job. They allow us to go on the air and allow us to do the fun part while they're doing the grunt work. They're doing all the difficult things back there. Of course, Mike, Ryan, all those guys. We appreciate you very much, and we're not taking you out to dinner tonight.
A striking combination by Mike Tyson. Tyson's been having great success with these combinations, Teddy. Good power punch, big shot. Wow, crushing blow upstairs. Ali gets up after being knocked down. Be interesting to see how he responds here.
You know, we've always been able to see how he responds in a physical way, in an athletic way. Great. I mean, he has everything. Now, we're going to see if he has the real package, the full package. What is in the heart? What is in the soul? What is in the mind of Muhammad Ali?
Tyson showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Mike Tyson's now having to deal with a bloody nose, and that can be a real distraction, especially when it comes to your breathing. Targeting the left hand to the body. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. On the mark with the combination by Mike Tyson. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. That is a classic Tyson uppercut. Banking away a body shot with the right hand. How about that? What a big shot. And he goes down. It was a magnificent combination that put him down.
Now he has to get up.
The fight is over. Ali's unable to continue. This fight is over. Knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of knockout, your winner,
Tyson's fitting end to a very strong night for him.
There is a business component to this game here, this boxing game. And the business component is here, you got to win, but you want to win spectacularly. You want to get people interested, excited. He just did that.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you soon.